Till now, we've been working on the logical view of Cisco Packet Tracer. All our work was under this view. We were adding devices here, removing devices, configuring devices, connecting devices. Everything was under this logical view. But in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use physical view of this application. So, let's pretend that we are using real rack of equipment, where we'll add the same equipment, but it will look like real equipment, real view, physical view of these equipments. So to do that, just press physical, press navigation panel, and go to main wiring closet. Jump to the selected location. Okay, we jumped here, and this space is empty. Sure, it is empty. So what should we do now? We are going here. Where is this? Create new closet. Create new rack. We are going to create new rack. First of all, we should add new rack. Just press here, and our rack is added here, but it's empty rack. We can maximize and minimize the view typing plus and minus here. Just press minus or plus. We can change the view, the size of this view. Okay, now what should we do now? Let's add some switches, routers, access points, firewalls, and so on, all these devices to this rack. Go here, switches. Let's drag and drop this switch. Drag and drop here. Can you see? The switches appeared here. It's as if we are adding real equipment here. It's a good tool. Let's add more 2 switches. Second switch, third switch. We have 3 switches here. We can rename them, just pressing once on them. Go to config and rename. For instance, SW1. This first switch, this part has been renamed, as you can see. This switch config SW2, and this switch config SW3. Okay, I've renamed these switches. Let's add a router here. Just press routers and drag and drop this one here. As you can see, this router has 4 empty slots. It doesn't look good, isn't it? So we can just cover these slots. How can we cover the slots? Just press on the router. First of all, change its name, R1. Go to physical, and here you can see that this router has button on off switch, on off button. We should turn it off to add these covers on the slots, because while this router is running, we will not be able to add anything here. Just for instance, if I choose weak cover here, our weak cover is appeared here. As you can see, this cover is appeared here. I can drag and drop this cover here on the slots. Just drag and drop. As you can see, I cannot do it. Cannot add the module when the power is on. So I should turn off this router. What I do? Just press this button, and I've turned it off. Okay, this router is turned off. Now I can move and drag these covers. First cover, second, third, fourth. Okay, covers are done, and now I can switch this router on. I switch this router on, and operating system is booting. Okay, it's good. So let's add some security here, some firewall. For example, just press security and drag and drop this firewall here. This is our firewall, and let's add access point here. Press wireless devices, choose access point, and add it here. Also we can add computer, PC here. So in devices, where's our computer? PC. Let's add it here. PC, if you notice, it's appeared next to rack on the table. Here's the table on the PC, and PC is on the table. If I minimize this, we can see that this is the table and PC on the table, and this is our rack of equipment. Let's maximize it. Okay, I've included all devices here. Now I should connect them. This panel over here is a power distribution panel. This is a power distribution panel. It provides power to all these devices in this rack. So when I add my first device, any device, the system automatically adds this power distribution unit. Okay, how can I connect? As you know, we are just clicking here. As you know, in the previous tutorials, I've been using this tool. If you don't know which type of cable to use, you can choose this tool, or if you know which type of cable to use, you can choose one of these types. For example, to connect, if I'm going to connect several switches each other, of course I use crossover cable. Crossover cable is used to connect identical or similar, the same devices together, switch to switch, for instance. So I press this, I navigate to this type of cable, and on the right panel here you can see copper crossover cable. So to connect several switches together, we are using this type of cable, or of course we can use this button, automatic button. But in this tutorial I'm going to show several types of connections to you. So crossover cable is used to connect switch to switch. So I press this cable, press on the switch, choose the port to which we are going to connect our cable to, faster than 01, press on the second switch and choose port faster than 01 as well. And as you can see, I've connected two switches together. Yellow indicator. If I navigate my mouse on this cable, I can see here source device SW1, our first switch, source port faster than 01, destination device SW2, and destination port faster than 01. Total cable length 1 meter, as you can see. Cable type copper crossover. It's good. And as you can see, the indicator turned to green. It means that the connection between these switches is established, enabled. If I navigate to this connection, I can see quite the opposite. Source device is W2, destination device is W1, and etc. The same information here. Okay, let's connect second switch with third switch. So choose crossover connection, click here, faster than 02, click here, faster than 02. We've connected these two switches together as well. Good. Now we are going to connect a router to one of the switches. For example, to switch, we connect router to switch SW3. So in order to connect router to the switch, we will use another type of cable, straight through cable. If I navigate here, you can see this is the copper straight through cable. I'm pressing this because we are using straight through cables when we are connected different devices to each other, not similar. So press on this router, choose gigabit Ethernet 00, press on the switch, choose empty port, vacant port, for example faster than 01, and they are connected. We've connected our router with our switch. As you can see, the color of the cable of the jack is different. So the color of crossover cable is yellow. Color of the straight through cable is green, and we are connected them together. Okay, let's connect our firewall with the switch or with the router, for example. Okay, let's connect our firewall to our router. Okay, what we should do here, for example, choose this type of cable, click here, gigabit is in as 1.1, click here, gigabit is in as 0.1. We've connected our firewall with our router, and let's connect our access point with our switch. So choose this type of cable, press here port 0. This access point has only one port. Navigate here, place once, and choose faster than 03 port. Okay, we've connected our access point with our switch, and what's the last is a PC. Let's choose this type of cable, navigate to PC, choose faster than 0, navigate to switch, and choose faster than 04. Now we've connected our PC to our, as you can see here, our PC is connected to our switch. It's a very good tool, very good tool. As you can see, we've added all our devices, we connected them, and we can easily switch to logical view here. If I press logical, I will see the same thing but in a logical view, but the view is very strange, right? So I can remove the devices from one position to another position for better view. Just this is our router, this is our firewall, our PC, access point. And you can change everything here to be comfortable for you, just like that. And we can go back to physical view. Okay, so we can use this view or this view. Of course, we'll use most time we'll use, of course, this logical view. Of course, we need this view to work with Cisco Packet Tracer, to build the network diagrams, for testing and everything. But this view is just additional tool to see what we have really, to see devices, how they look like, what is a rack, how we install these devices, how they appear here, what type of cables we connect, as if we are using real devices. We can switch between logical and physical views, but most of the time, of course, we are using logical view here. That's it. Thanks for watching.